Hi traders, welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Before we take a look at the markets, wanted to let you know about key two markets. And if you open an account and verify and fund and trade the account through us, then you also get as a bonus SWAT 2.0, my new course, 74 videos, 22 hours, tons of strategies and indicators, all included. A lot of education, also a lot of information about systems in general. Systems, SWAT systems, of course. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, check out Key to Markets. Very high ratings on FPA, well regulated, low fees. So, might be something for you. All right. First of all, euro dollar. Looking at the bigger picture here, it seems like there's a fair chance of these 5 waves being completed. This being a wave 4 threw me a little bit off how fast it went up here. But that could be a wave 4, maybe an ABC pattern like this took place, and that's why that last push up there here was so fast, because it was a wave C in fact. And that could explain also the wave 4, and then of course the lower low with the wave 5 hitting the 88.6 fib. So this could be a part of a new uptrend. Let's zoom in a little bit here, and maybe we're looking at some type of wave 1, 2, 3 or a wave 1, 2, 1, 2. Depends on how deep this goes. For a moment, it is looking like in the bullish territory. Now, as it was retesting the 144 EMA for the second time in the last about 2 years, price, of course, respecting that zone in the previous top. So there was some sell-off as it went into the 114.20 zone. So we have to see what kind of pattern develops here. If we get some kind of deeper correction that can go back maybe all the way down to 110 or 109 and then a bounce. Or is it going to make some flag and continue higher? So that's one of those two scenarios I'm expecting. So let's take a look at the daily. Daily is sailing above the 21 EMA zone. So this could be a wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for instance. Or if it completed a 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as a 1, 2, 1, 2 like this, then it can go deeper. So let's put the fib from probably from here to here, and we see a 38 and a 50 fib. So as long as price stays in that 21 EMA zone plus minus and respects these fibs, it could be a shallow retracement. If it breaks through the 50 fib, then it could fall all the way down to the 61 or 78 fib at 110 or 109. That could be a bouncing spot. Okay, so let's take a look at 4-hour chart. Let's get rid of this fib, and yeah, we see basically price when using this fib, shallow fib still 23.6 fib. And respecting that fib for the moment, although price fractal and HMA is below the 20 EMA. So from that point of view, looking more depressed a little bit. So if it does move up, there's a fair chance it will find resistance and still make maybe a move down to that 144 EMA, which in turn at 110, which could be a bouncing spot after it completes this ABC. Now that said, if it does move up with a lot of force, and then starts to make a flag, and then uses that 21 EMA that flipped to the upside like that as a bouncing spot, then we might be looking at a breakout for further gains higher, and it was a shallow wave 4. First target would be 115 here with the Wiz 9 and the 100 fib, but if it breaks that, of course, we can go and maybe see a continuation to 117.50, for instance. So for the moment, I'm leaning towards this kind of pattern, and I think looking for a bounce here is great. That would be a nice discount. In this spot, I think probably the bulls have a slight advantage, despite the fact that price is below the 20 EMA, and I think there could be a small bounce up into 113.25. But be careful in that zone, because here there could be heavy resistance that could push it lower. All right. So, but let's see how price responds to that zone, whether we have a break or bounce lower. That's my view. For the moment, let's see, pound USD. We were talking about the expanding wedge up in here, and that price could go back down to the bottom of that expanding wedge at around 126, 125.75. That's what happened. Price made it all the way. Bit of volatility here, but all the way after that, in straight one shot down. Correction to the 144 EMA, a lower low, and another lower low, and has reached the 50 fib. So it went even deeper than that, all the way down to 124.50-ish. Yes. But this pattern played out nicely. So this is quite impulsive. So that's more impulsive than the euro dollar. So certainly some pound weakness visible here. All in all, though, if we look at the dollar, it looks like dollar is probably turning into, it was in an uptrend, might be switching, if we look at the euro dollar, into a downtrend now. So that will probably not aid the dollar downtrend will not probably help this pound USD downside. Therefore, some kind of bounce is maybe to be expected. If we look at the pound USD specifically, though, we also see good momentum here. This is also, that said, a very impulsive retracement, so it's a little bit mixed compared to the euro dollar. But I think some type of bounce is probably likely, considering the 50 fib at the 144 EMA, for some rally into the 21 EMA, and then we'll have to see how price responds there. So more like a bounce up than a full steam uptrend continuation. So grabbing whatever pips here, I think, is probably the best play, because we don't know really how far it will push before it finds resistance. Really, for a bigger swing up, we would need to have an up and a down and a higher low and then a bounce up again. So with that higher low, we're more confident that there could be a bigger swing up to retest maybe the head and shoulders level here at 127, for instance, right? Like an ABC pattern. If this is a 5-wave down, that would suggest an A, maybe a B, and then a C like that, and then maybe later on an uptrend. Or if it's an ABC, then it's quite impulsive, but possible that this is then again an uptrend, just like the euro dollar. So we are looking at a potential 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little wave 4 is just quite impulsive. It could also be a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. If it does that, that's certainly bullish. In that case, this was wave A. And it could make more sense that is impulsive, and then it should break to the upside. That would be great, in fact, from a trading perspective. This is a triangle, great reward to risk ratio, and a good uptrend in that case, respecting the 144 EMA. So I'm leaning towards upside at this point because of the support. But the only thing I'm worried about is the speed at which it fell. So I would be careful as price rises. Wouldn't expect too much. But if it is a wave B, then it could definitely, and if it is a wave B, it could go up into the 78.6 fib actually at 127.30, make a downside. And if it has a higher low, then it's starting to more and more look like a triangle. All right. So this I see as a bouncing spot on the hourly chart. Engulfing twins here, of course, would help, or an upside, a higher low and upside like that, head and shoulders. And yeah, if it breaks through this level, there could be a breakout to the 61.8 fib. But personally, I would rather wait. Yeah, I wouldn't trade that personally. I would, if anything, I would wait for the break, look for a flag on a 15, and maybe trade the break of that flag on a lower time frame down to the 61. But I don't think that seems that likely at this moment. Probably like this pattern seems more likely. And if price starts to break above the 21 EMA for the second time, that could be a good breakout towards the 144 EMA, 38 or 50 fib. All right, that's it. Wish you all great trading. Don't forget to check out Key 2 Markets and the SWAT 2.0, and see you on Wednesday. Cheers, bye-bye.